Alrighty, here we are on lesson 7, using the standard algorithm to solve ratios. Alright, so the standard algorithm, alright, some of you will be excited because tape diagrams are gone for right now. The standard algorithm is kind of like a proportion. Alright, so that's what we're going to use to solve these. So number 1 says to make orange paint, underline orange paint, that's important, use 2 gallons of yellow paint for every 5 gallons of red paint. It's asking us how much red paint will you need if you use 6 gallons of yellow. So what we are comparing off to the side, you're still going to have to do that. We are comparing yellow and red. Alright, so what you're going to do first is you are going to put in your blank proportion. So a fraction equals a fraction, right? This is what a proportion looks like. So now we fill in what we know. We know that for every 2 gallons of yellow, so 2 is going to go up here in the yellow spot, we use 5 gallons of red, so 5 is going to go in the red spot. That's what they told us, that initial ratio. Alright, and it's asking us how much red paint will you need? So we're going to put a question mark here in red, because that's what they're asking us. If you use 6 gallons of yellow. So we're going to put the 6 in the other yellow spot. So now we have to figure out what this question mark is. So here we're going to look, alright, and we're going to ask ourselves, 2 times what gives us 6? And we know that 2 times 3 gives us 6. Alright, so then down here we're asking us 5 times 3 is what? Alright, and we have to use the same number here because these are equivalent ratios. This is our C value. So we know 5 times 3 is 15. So our answer is going to be 15 gallons of red paint. Alright, that's our final answer. So looking at number 2 here, it says to make fruit punch, use 2 cups of grape juice for every 3 cups of apple juice. If you already have 12 cups of apple juice, how many cups of grape juice will you need to make the fruit punch? So off to the side, what we do first is write what we are comparing. And here we are comparing grape to apple. And then you draw in your empty proportion here. Alright, so they tell us we use 2 cups of grape, so 2 is going to go on the top, for every 3 cups of apple. So 3 is going to go on the bottom. And it says if you already have 12 cups of apple juice, so 12 goes on the bottom here, how many cups of grape juice do you need? So we're going to put a question mark there because that's what we're looking for. So down here we're asking ourselves 3 times what gives us 12? We know 3 times 4 gives us 12. So up here now we also have to multiply by 4 to find our question mark. And we know that 2 times 4 is 8. So our answer would be 8 cups of grape juice. Alright. I want you to put a star next to number 3. And I want you to try this one on your own and bring it into class and we'll go over it all together. So I'm going to skip that one for now, and now I'm going to go down to number 4. Number 4 is about total ratio problems, alright? So again, we're back to that key word of total. So it says the ratio of boys to girls is 4 to 5. If there is a total, I'm going to highlight that, of 90 boys and girls, it's asking us how many girls are there? Alright, so we've got that keyword total. Okay? So it's asking us how many girls. So when we think about what we're going to put on the side, we're definitely going to put girls because that's what we're trying to figure out. Alright, and now on the bottom, we're going to put total because that's what we know. They told us that. Alright, so if we put in our blank proportion, our original numbers here. They said that the ratio of boys to girls is 4 to 5. So there was 5 here for the girls. Alright, so we're going to fill that in. Now the total from the original ratio, we're going to add 4 plus 5, which would give us 9. Okay, and I'll put that in a separate color down here. 4 plus 5 gives us the 9. So now they're asking us how many girls are there. So this is where we're going to put our question mark in the girl spot. And they told us there's a total of 90 boys and girls. Okay, so now we're just comparing one thing to the total. So we're going to do the same thing now. Ask 9 times what gives us 90. We know 9 times 10 gives us 90. So then up here we're going to do the same thing, times 10. And we know that 5 times 10 equals 50. So there are 50 girls. And that's our final answer. Alright. Let's look at number 5. Number 5 is talking about the ratios of Skittles to Starburst is 6 to 7. If there's a total, there's that word again, total of 65 pieces of candy, how many Starbursts are there? So, we want to know how many Starbursts, so that's definitely something we're going to put on the side. Alright, and when we see that word total, we're going to put that on the bottom. Always use the total. So we put in our blank proportion here. Starbursts, they told us there's 7 from that original proportion. Alright, and then our total again here from the original, we have to add 6 plus 7, which is 13. Alright, and I'll put that in a separate color. This is from 6 plus 7. Alright, and then back to our new numbers. They told us there's a total of 65 pieces. So this is going to be 65 on the bottom. It's asking how many Starbursts are there, so this is a question mark. So now we have to figure out 13 times what gives us 65. You might have to do this off to the side on your calculator, but 13 times 5 is 65. So then up here we're going to do 7 times 5 gives us our answer. So 7 times 5 is 35. So that means that there are 35 Starbursts. And that's our final answer. Alright, if you go on to the next page now, number 6, I want you to put a star next to it because I want you to try it on your own. We will do it in class together. Alright, so I've got 2 more I want to get through. First is number 6 here. It says, the ratio of the number of trucks to cars is 2 to 7. If there are 630 more cars, I'm going to highlight the word more, how many trucks are there? So now we're using the word more here, which we've seen before in our other ratio tape diagrams. So we want to know how many trucks there are, so we're going to keep trucks on the side. That's what we're looking for. But now, instead of putting total at the bottom, we're going to put more. That's the other thing they gave us. So when we put in our blank proportion here, alright, the number of trucks that we started with was 2. Now we have to ask ourselves, how many more cars? So we're going to have to subtract 7 minus 2, which is 5, and that is how many more cars there were. Alright, so this is more cars. And then they told us there are 630 more cars. So that goes on the bottom. And we're looking for how many trucks there are. So that's our question mark. So we have to ask ourselves again, 5 times what number gives us 630? If you do it in the calculator, 630 divided by 5 is 126. So we're going to multiply the top by 126 as well. Alright, and then 2 times 126, you do it in the calculator or off to the side, is 252. So there are 252 trucks. And that's our final answer. Alright, we're going to do one more all together here. It says the ratio of Michelle's money to Anna's money is 4:9. If Anna has $60 more than Michelle, how much money does Michelle have? So I'm going to go back, I'm going to highlight that word more. Okay, so we're looking for how much money does Michelle have. So that means Michelle is going to be off to the side here because that's what we're looking for. Alright, and then on the bottom, we're talking about more again. So we're going to put more. Alright, and maybe put a little note Anna, how much more money Anna has. So if we put in our empty proportion, if we look back at the original, the ratio of Michelle's to Anna's was 4:9. So the 4 goes with Michelle on the top here. And now we have to ask ourselves, how much more money does Anna have? So if you look back, we're going to have to do 9 minus 4, which gives us 5. Right? Anna had $5 more in the original ratio. So now if Anna has $60 more, so 60 is going to go with the more, how much does Michelle have? So our question mark goes up top for Michelle. So we're asking us 5 times what number is 60? 5 times 12 is 60. So then we have to multiply the top number by 12 to get our answer. 4 times 12 is 48. So we can say Michelle has $48. And that's our final answer. Alright, I want you to put a star by number 8. I want you to try it on your own, and then we're going to go over it in class. So you should have 3 problems that you're trying on your own, and we will go over the answers when we're back together in class.